Hey everybody, CortexRations here again with a long overdue video. I do apologize. Been kind of bad at actually doing videos, so I should probably do a little bit better of that. I do apologize. But I am back with something really special here, and I've been trying to get this for so long. I can't begin to tell you. It's been like a year and a half I've been trying to get this. This is menu number 9. Beefsteak, accessory packet D, the fun accessory packet. Now, in the early 80s or so, I'd say 81, 83. I said 81, 85 in my post online I made about this, but I'm willing to bet this is 81, 83 is when they were actually doing this. But it could be 81, 85. They would alternate menu 9, and as you see here in another MRE I have, they would alternate menu 12, which is, this was chicken loaf instead of ham and chicken loaf, which is, not as interesting as how this one was chicken a la king, which is a terrible menu item. I hate the chicken a la king. It's not good at all. But this is a whole different entree here, beefsteak. Right around then they would have the dehydrated beef patty or the pork patty. That's about as close to, kind of just a meat product, except from the beef sliced in barbecue sauce, and then they got the beef diced in gravy. I highly doubt that's this right here at all. This seems like it's its own different kind of entree. So we're going to open up, check it out. And I'm guessing, like I said, this A1, A3 is my guess because it's cow-like products. Only time I've really seen that is from an 81 to 83 ration. So this is a really early example of this. And if this is the only time frame they were doing it, 81, 83, I mean, that's expected. So let's get this guy open. This is really, really special. Let me make sure I don't cut anything though, because this is pretty tight in there. All right. So right off the bat, what do we have going on in here? I have the menu up on my computer, and I can see how different this is from an actual menu number 9 from around then. It might be completely the same. So right off the bat, we got these nice, good old salted crackers, the good ones, the good guys. And then we have ourselves a completely still powder, cocoa beverage powder. Very nice. It's very glossy. I can barely read it, so you're not going to be able to read it on the screen here. This thing has so much gloss coming off because of the green. Alright. Next up, fruitcake. And that says the 350th day of 1981. So this is a very early ration. This might be a 1981. MRE spoon, basically the MCI spoon of previous. And here we go. What do we got here? Oh, this is a little weird. Okay, so, oh no, never mind. This is right. Okay, says packet D. So it has coffee, cream substitute, sugar, ketchup, salt, chewing gum, matches, toilet paper. Apologize about. Hard to see that because of just the font that it's in. So, I don't drink coffee, so the fact I got cocoa beverage was really nice. Ooh, here's always a fun one. Cheese spread, fortified. It's not hard though. It's not hard. Usually these things get really rubbery and hard when they get older, but we'll see. And we have one more item. Cooked beef. Chunked and formed, and all we have in ingredients is water, salt, sodium phosphate, and black pepper, and obviously beef. But back then I guess you didn't really have to say what was in it. So this is from the 317th day of 1981. So this is almost as old as you can get for in-service MRE. I've seen older online. I think Steve had an 80. I think Steve had a 1980 case, so they can go older, but this is very close to being like the first ones that were made. And this is packed by Atlanta Frost, who they make the butter and stuff in the dairy department. Pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna go get some water going, and then while this thing's boiling, we're gonna check this guy out, see how it looks on the inside. So I'll be right back. I had to literally cut the video. Sorry about that, because it took so long to get this out. Alright, so finally got it open. And of course it's glued in here like you wouldn't believe. Like, I don't know if you can really see. It's too dark to really see in there, I'm sorry. But this thing is like glued in there. I might have to cut again because I don't know if I can save this box. That's how glued it is in here. Yeah, it's impossible. It's gonna have some damage to the box, unfortunately. That sucks, but that's to be expected, I guess, huh? They just glue it in there for no reason. Alright. Alright, so opening this actually answers something for me. Someone mentioned to me before, and I've seen it online a couple times. Make sure I didn't rip this. Jeez. Alright, we're good. So, if you can see in there, it says beef cooked. There's another menu, 9B, which is titled beef cooked, but it's looking like that just means the same thing. It'll just be this formed weird beef patty. So it's good to know, I guess, but it sucks that it's not a different menu. Alright, we're going to go get this fruitcake out next. Alright. Let's see how glued this is in here. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Didn't have to actually cut. Alright. This is from the 350th day of 1981. Everything in here is from 1981. So this is definitely an 81, which is great. It's towards the end of 1981, but I mean, even if it was packed in 82, everything in here is from 81. Alright. Let's get this guy open and see what it looks like. It's looking a little dark. This might be inedible, but we'll see. It doesn't smell amazing. It's a little dark, but, you know, we'll wait and see before I, you know, start trashing it. You gotta actually test it first. Give it a little taste, of course, right? Alright, let's get these crackers open. Let's see if he... I don't know if I heard a hiss at all. I think there's a little itty bitty one. They smell fine. They smell like older, but these are your good old salty ones. These are the good ones. These things are fantastic. I can't even say enough. Alright, let's get this beverage powder made here. Let's just shake it up a little bit so you get this guy not opened up and powder goes everywhere. I kind of had that happen with a video I didn't actually release. I had a nice 1950s lifeguard ration, which had Hershey tropical bars in it, but they all turned into powder, and that stuff went all over the place. I got halfway through filming that and realized that it was a dud video, and I unfortunately had to cancel even filming that all the way. It was really depressing. But this guy is quite alright because it's powder, but it's supposed to be. Unlike usually these older ones in this packet here, this green, always like to solidify and turn into a nice brick of chocolate. So let's see what it smells like. And it doesn't smell weird, doesn't have that old milk smell. That's a great sign. That's always good. Add this water and turn it into a nice good old cocoa beverage. Wonderful. Beautiful. Let's get this guy out. And let's get this nice and stirred here. I can't believe how much powder this is. For some reason these early 80s cocoa beverages just don't like to survive. I don't know what's different because I think it's the same formula and everything as the ones that always been around. I don't think they really changed the recipe like all to this stuff. It's changed a little bit up till today, which unfortunately they've actually discontinued this. This is actually the last year they'll do the cocoa beverage. 2020 will be the year they remove it. So this is actually a retired item now. So it's actually kind of sad having this now. All right, so let's show this guy off here. Looking pretty decent. Pretty decadent, if I should say so myself. It's having a little bit of has that hint of like old milk, dried milk smell. That's a little worrying, but we'll still give it a little try. It smelled better without the water added. That's too bad, but we'll wait and see before I, pass my judgment on it. Might be incredible. I get to open this guy, cheese spread. fortified. God, this is never fun. Onesies old, you're not gonna open one up and actually have a good time probably. But what do you think is gonna happen with old cheese that's almost 40 years old? But let's open it first, and we'll pass the judgment once we open it. All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, let's open this guy up a little bit. Try not to touch this gross stuff. I mean, it doesn't look terrible to what I'm used to, but this still looks like weird peanut butter goodness here. Let's turn my autofocus on. You can get this nice and close up so you can see what this looks like. Oh yeah, there you go. That's a nice good close up of that. Oh my god. Ooh. Alright, let's smell it. Oh. It's not that bad. Oh, okay. I mean, it doesn't smell right. It has a hint of feet. But, I'm not touching it. See? Couldn't help myself. God. Alright. Enough of that for now. We'll try it, but, I gotta try everything at least once. I'll try the cheese spread last. Sorry, but I can't do that first, because if I do that first, and I have a fiery, disgusting, just rancid, just oil in my mouth, I'm just not going to enjoy anything. So we'll do that one last, but let's check out this accessory pack and see what we got going on in here. I wish this had the fudge bar in it, but that's fine. So we have ourselves our sugar. Very nice. Turn on my autofocus, sorry. We got, of course, as always in my videos, I always seem to get coffee instant type 1. I just had a gnat land on my crackers. Does that make it dangerous now? More dangerous than it is eating 40-year-old food? Probably not. Get out of here. Got ourselves our good old matches here. Good old stuff. Fun. About as what you expect. Accessory packets are kind of boring once you're used to them. But we have here our dry non-dairy cream substitute. Let's see if it's still powder. It's still powder. Got our good old toilet paper. It's not blue, actually. I thought all of these early ones were blue. Wonder if this is a leftover from actually MCIs, because usually they're blue by now. Maybe 82 is when they turn blue. I don't know. It's very interesting. And then we have our salt that just drops. There's the salt. There it is. I didn't lose it. And then we have, ooh, I never had this one before. Alright, this will go great on my display. Bee cheese spearmint. Usually I get just a seafood pack, or I get chiclets. I never got bee cheese. So this is cool. That's a new little guy for me. So that's awesome. Alright, and then last but not least, and unfortunately it's not looking too good, the catsup, dehydrated, use dry or reconstitute an envelope. But that's not going to happen, unfortunately, because it's unlike the last time I checked these guys out. This thing's not actually powder anymore. It's kind of got some moisture to it, and it's going to be more like a fruit leather than it will be. Yeah, that's too bad. It's not too bad. I mean, Steve showed this off before in a video. It looked way worse, and this is actually break apart. We'll still try to turn this into something, but I can't guarantee that it's going to actually be anything. But we'll try. We gotta try. Gotta try for the people. Alright, let's get this guy heated up. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back in business here. It's nice and heated up. I'm very excited about this. I don't know if I even made this clear earlier. This entree has never been seen before. There is no picture evidence of this online. There are a few pictures on MRE info forum from I don't know, 14 years ago, 12 years ago, of someone had an open one, and they never actually opened it. They didn't want to open it. And I saw another post online, someone made of one, but they never posted pictures of it. They just asked about it. That's literally last of anyone's even mentioned this actual entree itself in 12 years. That's how rare this entree is. This is basically the unicorn MRE. Like it, most people don't know this exists. I'm like really excited to show this off because they did a beefsteak in the late 90s, like 96 to 2001, I think it was, and this is kind of an earlier version of this, and I'm guessing this is probably not as good quality as that one was because it seems like there wasn't as much standards in early MREs as there were later on. I've heard people make jokes about finding feathers in the ham and chicken loaf. I don't know if that really has ever happened, but I won't be surprised because the quality wasn't quite there as much in the early days. And later on they had to actually care about what they were throwing in here quite a little bit more. So without further ado, let's just get this guy open and tell me to shut up. Why do you keep talking, Michael? Just show off the chunked and formed beef patty thing. Alright. Pull this guy out and spit this guy out. And there it is. Beef patty. Chunked and formed. It really, it doesn't look great, I'll be honest. And there's some weird spots there. And the white sauce is a little worrying, but it really does remind me of the beefsteak from all the way in the late 90s. Let's turn this over and look at it. Alright. I know I'm about to get my hands all gross. Oh, actually I got some paper towels here. I want to get real close with this and show this off. I know I'm weird touching my food, but get some of the sauce out. I want to show this. So there's that. This is the beef patty, chunked and formed. It's almost like the ham slice, but a beef version. I'm just kind of lost at words right now because I've never actually seen this before, and this is really special to see this. Oops, dropping it. Let me grab it and smell it. It smells a lot like the ham slice. That's very strange. Actually, it smells a lot like the beefsteak from the 90s. This might even be the same recipe that they decided to bring back. So without further ado, let's give this guy a try. Let's do a little chunk here. I don't want to do a big piece of this. I don't know how well off this will be. Alright. You can just see there's fat in there. You get a nice zoom in on there. Let me turn on my autofocus. Oh man. There's like just a weird like fat or whatever that is in there. That's great. Hopefully not some hooves or something like that. I don't know what part of cow this is, but we're going to give this a try. Alright, down the hatch. Yeah, it has that, it's a little similar to the 90s version. It's not as gray looking as it is on my on the camera. I don't know why it's looking that color, but give me 1 second. I'm sorry. There we go. For some reason, the setting on my camera went down on my webcam, and it brought down the color on it, so it was looking much more gray than it really was. There's some gray to it. I'm not gonna lie. There's like some gray here, a little bit around the edges. There's a lot of red, a lot of white from the fat in it. But back to what I was saying, this tastes a lot like the beefsteak from the 90s. It has a salami taste a little bit to it, hints of something like that. It's just, it's just a beef product. It's just a big chunk of beef formed together. And it's honestly not that bad. I gotta give it another bite. I'm not getting that weird aftertaste preservative you're used to getting with these. I think this MRE was stored very well, going by, the fruitcake's a little dark, but I'm surprised at how light it is compared to normal. And the cheese spread is actually kind of yellow. It usually is all the way down to gray or tannish color. It's got a hint of yellow to it. You can kind of see what it once was at one point. Try as everybody knows. I'm trying to find something to compare it to, but I just can't. There's just nothing like this. You would have to try it to really know what this flavor is. It's just like a hint of like jerky, like beef, like hamburger beef, salami, pepperoni, a little bit I would guess. I'd say it's just like, it's just a big chunk of meat to put on a plate. So that is the beef patty, or I should say cooked beef chunked and formed. I don't want to call it by the wrong name. It's very, very interesting. It's not too bad. I mean, I don't know why they didn't just add this in the menus. Maybe it just cost too much. That's why they didn't like throwing it in as a main menu. But I mean, it ain't any worse off than turkey dice and gravy, or beef dice and gravy, or the beef slices of barbecue sauce. This is in the same vein. This might be the one they use in the barbecue sauce. This might be the same recipe as the beefsteak that's in MCIs from the 60s into the 80s. This might be the same exact thing, just in a chunked and formed version of it. I mean, it looks like it. If I had a picture, I mean, Steve's done a video of the beefsteak. Go look at that and compare it to this. It's kind of similar in some way. All right, so enough about that guy. Let's go to the crackers. Check this guy out. They got a nice snap, and they always got a nice crease on it to break. Unlike the new ones, you cannot break them in squares like this. These ones, you can always break them in squares like that. So of course, I always gotta give the cracker a try. They're perfect, and they have so much crunch to them. I think these MREs are restored extremely well, because those are the crunchiest early first generation MRE crackers I've ever had. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, those are really good. Unfortunately, it came with cheese spread, not peanut butter, because that would have went great with it. But of course, I'll try the cheese spread last. So let's crack this guy open and see what we got going on in here. I'm going to take a really small nibble of this, because this is not going to turn out too great. But I'm going to show you what this is looking like. Yeah, it's looking pretty dark. I can't even tell where nuts are. This is going to be bad news. Let's try this little corner right here. Get a little bit of nibble. It's fruity. As to be expected from fruitcake, it's fruity. It's got really good cinnamon flavor to it. And I'm waiting for nuts to hit and numb my tongue up, but I'm waiting. Well, it might be good. This might be the second time in a row I've had a nut cake that's good, because I'm not getting any of that feeling on my tongue, on my throat, on the roof of my mouth, nothing. And it might just be where I bit. I don't know how much I should take a risk. Maybe this is just as good as they can get being this old. I don't think it was always this dark, but obviously I've never seen a picture of a fruitcake from 1981, you know, pristine. So, I mean, I'm just going to guess it's in good shape. It's very edible. It's very good. It has a lot of cinnamon taste to it. Tasting like pineapple in it. Real good. It's like similar to the pineapple nut cake I had previously, but it's got a little bit more going on with it. Alright, next up is the cocoa beverage. And let me give it a smell again. Yeah, it just has that, it has that hint of that smell. I'm just so used to that old chocolate smell, just from the milk solids or eggs or whatever they used in it. Alright, let's try this out. Well, it's not as prominent as I thought it was going to be. I can taste it. It's still good, but it's not. I don't know if it's edible, because you're going to keep getting an aftertaste. I don't even know if it's edible at all. Oh yeah, it just builds over time. These early 80s ones, the ones in those green olive drab packets, they just don't last. I don't know what's up with those. I'm just happy that it was in powder. The last time I had it was in powder too, but you know what? It also wasn't good anymore. It was just too bad, because I really love cocoa beverage. And they can still be good. I've seen people drink them before. I just guess I'm not getting good luck with it. So I guess all that leaves me with is the cheese spread on this. Excuse me, I had a burp. Alright. Don't like doing this. This is not the part I like doing this little stupid cheese spread. It's going to be awful. Come on. Just want to show off this. Oh, almost had it. That one, I can't get it working. Oh well. Just got to know what it looks like. You know, it's got a little bit of hint of orange to it, which is surprising. Let's just try it out. Oh. Nope. Oh, I remember this. Drink this and have that go away. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, it tastes like feet. Now it tastes like old chocolate. Oh, woo. Oh, I feel like Ric Flair right now. Woo. All right. So the cheese spread is no longer good, is what I should say. I'll say that nice and clearly. that's, that's awful. That's the worst cheese spread I've ever had. It's deceiving as could be with it being still nice and spready and a little bit yellow compared to tannish gray like it normally is. It's lying to you. It's still gross. It still shouldn't look like how it looks, and it definitely shouldn't taste like how it tastes. So that's awful. Oh, all right. I'll be right back with some water, and we'll try to see if we can get this catsup to actually turn into something. I'll be right back. All right, let's get this going. So I already have an unnecessarily long video. But this video deserved it, to be honest. I mean, this is so special. I mean, to see this menu, it's just like, I've been trying to do this for so long. Alright, let's add this water on. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I can turn this into, oh, no, it's actually working pretty good. You know, it was powdered just enough. It wasn't just pure fruit leather, but I wasn't going to use it. I just wanted to see if I can get it working. And I did. So there you go. I did it. I turned it into whatever that is. And, you know, I'm not very big on it. It's just so, it has no vinegar taste to it. It has no, like, there's just a lot of ingredients I feel is missing from it because they had to dehydrate it somehow, and they had to remove ingredients from the catsup, whatever you want to call it, to make it actually turn into powder. So it tastes like ketchup, but there's something missing. All right. So actually, I'll even put my finger in. We'll give it a little taste and see what it tastes like. Yep, that just tastes like what it's supposed to taste like. It just has that strong, just like weird, like salt taste. That's why it's just because it's salt. It's practically salt now. It just tastes very strange. All right, so let's get this beet cheese open. I'm gonna try to get this open neatly because, like, I don't care about having an end here, but I just don't want to beat up the box. Plus, I have like 7 more of these, and I'm probably gonna get another beet cheese. So even if I can get it open easier next time, maybe I'll make it look better. Come on. All right, we don't need one anyways. So there's the beet cheese peppermint. Very, very big piece of gum compared to your chiclets. Just thinner, I guess, thinner and wider. But you know, don't judge how it looks. You know, everyone's different in their own special way. All right, let's try it out. Oh, it's nice and soft. Great peppermint flavor. As I've said before, I'm more of a spearmint person, but there's some good peppermint gum right here. Very good. All right, so my final, I don't know if I should give it a ranking or a number out of 10, but I'll just say, I mean, it's not too bad of a menu. I mean, in terms of what a menu should be, this shouldn't even exist, but it just needs to be, if you're going to give your soldiers something, give them something better quality meat than this, because it's just a hunk of random pieces formed together. I mean, it says it right on the box. It says cooked beef, chunked and formed. I mean, it is what it says it is. It's not lying to you. But it's not terrible tasting, but they deserve better than that. Like, come on. That's just a sad thing right there. And the fruitcake, extremely good. Like, I've never actually had that before. It's the first time I've had it. Really good cinnamon fruit flavor to it. I mean, it's different from your fruitcake you buy in a store. It's really good. It's just more like a cake than like a loaf cake. Not a loaf cake, but like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's a cake, but it's different from a fruitcake. Crackers are always amazing. I can never say anything better about that, and I can't say anything worse about that cheese spread. Was that cheese spread ever good back then? Someone let me know. If you had that cheese spread back in the day, was it ever good like this? Because I feel like I've had cheese spreads from the early 2000s, late 90s, or even the early 90s that taste way better than any of the 80s ones I've had. Maybe they're just learning. And then catsup, I don't understand. They should just put packets of ketchup in there. Why do you have to do all that? And a Coke beverage is just unfortunate. I'm sure it was delicious at one point, but you get that nice old, just gross old milk and egg whites or whatever is in there is just disgusting. So overall, this is hit or miss right here. I think it was stored very well. I think it was stored fantastically, to be honest, but this is just what happens to a ration after 40 years almost. If you want to see how a decently or too well stored MRE usually will be like in 40 years, this is about where it's going to be for those early first generation ones. It's not going to, be the same case for later ones. I feel like the 90s ones will hold up a lot better than these ones do, but we'll find that out in 10 years. We'll see. Maybe I'll be doing videos in 10 years still, and I'll open up I'll open up in 1992 something or other, and we'll see how it looks. So just like and subscribe. I think you're watching this long ass video I made, but this one really deserved it. I had plenty more along the way. I've been so slow with doing videos, and I have a ton of rations sitting in my kitchen right now. So like and subscribe. I hope to have something back up again next week. So see you guys then.